Hey, what's going on? They're having a video shot here, and it's about Bernie Sanders coming to town, and they know that we're all Trump supporters.
What happens when you put Bernie Sanders in a room full of Trump voters?
I was shocked. I was like, oh.
Not as bad as they had told you, huh?
This is not how he's portrayed.
It's complicated. But then again, so is West Virginia.
This is West by God, Virginia.
A state that voted blue for almost 80 years straight until it flipped hard to become the second reddest state in the country.
This is a state where Donald Trump got 70%.
Pillar of
Really?
Frost.
It's easy to
Giant
assume that
Magic
West
Shell.
Virginia will be red forever. But I'm not so sure.
Capacity.
I live here,
Sleep.
and I talk to a lot of Trump voters
Freedom.
about floods that leveled their homes,
Sacrifice.
power bills that climb every year,
Icebound.
and you'd be
Ascendant.
surprised
Vengeance
how
Shield.
many of them sound like Bernie Sanders.
The billionaires, they don't need a tax break.
They're trying to give
Henry
all the
Justice.
billionaires and rich people breaks. That's the opposite of what you should be doing.
So when I heard that Bernie was rolling through, I wanted to
Hand
know,
of protection.
can a Democratic socialist from Vermont, who's not even running for
Anti-magic
president,
shell. Trinketed.
connect in the heart of Trump country?
All right, where should I sit? I'm in the middle of here.
And what would it mean for the rest of the country if he did?
You started with Trump, and then now you're a whole volunteer.
Divine Shield.
Bernie Sanders. He's just
Spirit may
ultra liberal. He's a socialist.
I'm sorry to get everybody in trouble here.
Pillar of Frost.
And me? I got to drive him around in my truck and find out.
Senator,
Trinketed.
welcome back to West Virginia. I know it's not your
Capacity.
first time
Anti-magic
here.
shell.
No, it is
Freedom.
not. Been here several times,
Hammer
and
of
I
Justice.
must tell you, I love the state. Actually, it's a beautiful state, and I
Trinketed.
very much enjoy the people. Very down to
Singular
earth,
Walker's
working class
Grace.
people. You know, we campaigned here very vigorously
Yeah.
Blinding Fleet.
in 2016,
Yes.
and we had to take on
Sacrifice.
Hillary Clinton and Joe Manchin and the whole Democratic Party establishment. We went to places where politicians don't usually go, including McDowell County, down in the southern part of the state.
Bernie Sanders, who joins me now.
Hammer of Justice.
We are the
Anti-magic
only
shell.
major country
Countered.
on earth that doesn't guarantee health care to all people as a right. What do you think? Do you think we should join other countries and guarantee health care as a right of all?
Yeah, I think every American citizen should have health care.
We ended up winning
Ascendant.
West
Searing
Virginia.
Glare.
We won every single county in the state.
In 2016, Bernie didn't just win West Virginia. He shocked everybody who thought they had this place figured out.
We won a
Grounding.
big victory in West
Anti-magic shell.
Virginia.
Hammer of
But that was
Justice.
just a Democratic
Capacity.
primary in 2016.
Strangulate.
The real question is, how does Bernie's message land with Trump voters in 2025?
Lightning Lasso. Hex.
All right, I'm going to
Freedom.
ask you
Icebound.
a question, and then you come back to me. Sound good? All right, talk about health care here
Pillar of
in
Frost.
Mingo County. What's the story?
Tremor.
I see a hand right, woman right here. Stand
Ascending
up.
Sleep.
Hi,
Sacrifice.
my name is Sheila Rose, and I ended up back in Mingo County where I grew up after a chronic illness paralyzed me about 4 years ago. I've come a long way since then, but anytime I need to see a specialist, it's a 2-hour trip. Anytime I need a referral to a new specialist, it's a 6-month wait. There is no way to stay healthy in Mingo County.
Mingo County is in the southern coal fields of West Virginia. For generations, people here dug the coal that lit America's cities and kept the factories running. Now, the coal jobs are mostly gone. And what's left is poverty on a scale that rivals anywhere in the United States.
Grounding.
It's crying at the grocery store, choosing between paying a bill or having food in the cabinet or the refrigerator.
Trinketed.
It affects your health, and then you don't
Disarm.
have health care.
Sweeping
Child
strike.
care
Entropic
is
wreck.
ridiculously
Driving roar.
expensive.
Super smash.
It's very stressful.
Trinketed.
Thank you very much.
Fell reflection.
Blade
Ascendant
storm.
Embrace.
Mingo County, like the rest of the state, went big for Donald Trump. So we followed up with some of his voters over
Shockwave.
biscuits and coffee to find out what that's
Intimidating shout.
I would have been nervous with a lot of different, celebrities or politicians, but you just seem
Demolish.
so
normal, like you're like obviously just like a normal human.
Yeah, and I'm waiting for the damn breakfast here. I'm starving.
We already ate.
I would love to take an inventory of just personal politics in the last couple of years. Can we start off with that?
You're gonna start with me.
Yeah, let's start with you. Yeah.
I am independent, but I lean conservative. I not as much anymore as I used to, but I did vote for Trump. But I did post on my Facebook page, instead of I voted, I put I vomited because I didn't want to, but I didn't.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I voted Republican. I agree with some things of Trump, but most I do not right now. I do not. No.
And John, what's that like for you?
This is my first time voting because I was just turned 18 right before I was able to vote.
So
I voted for Trump, but I'm primarily a Democrat.
Blade Storm.
Senator, who'd you vote for?
Spell reflection. Gospel prayer.
It wasn't Trump. Let me throw out a question. You are living shock of all shocks in the wealthiest country in the history of the world.
Disarm.
Do you feel that down here?
Dragon Roar. Shockwave.
People are not surviving. We just had our food bank yesterday. We usually pack for 80 people. We served 102 yesterday.
Demolish.
It is getting worse. Nobody's surviving right now.
My husband works at the hospital, and there are several ODs every single day.
Only a town of 6,000.
Several ODs every day?
Oh, yeah.
Let me ask you this, and you may not know the answer. Nobody does. Because again,
rift.
this is not just the West Virginia issue. We got it terrible in Vermont. So why are people doing drugs?
In my thing that I see, because I work a lot in addiction, is it's mental health issues.
It's what?
Mental health issues. Lack of jobs, poverty, lack of support for our veterans.
You finding many veterans doing drugs?
Oh, yes. And homeless. And that irritates me. They stood up, they fought for our country, and we can't even afford to give them housing.
I always wondered, how did so many drugs get into this state? We have thoughts about that? How did so many? Yeah.
The doctor's pushing it.
Talk about that. Yeah.
I mean, my mother was an addict, and that's how she got addicted, was she had a back injury. The doctor kept prescribing medicine. Eventually that medicine didn't work, and she had to start doing the harder stuff. Sadly, she passed away from a drug overdose. So, I mean, I understand the addiction part of it.
Yeah.
And it's hard to fight. And addiction just doesn't affect the person that's doing it. It affects the whole family, the whole area.
Grow up around this kind of poverty long enough, and you start to lose faith in the political system that allowed it to happen. While Trump may put up huge numbers at the ballot box, nearly half of West Virginians don't even show up to vote at all. One of the highest non-voting rates in the country.
And I think the message is not complicated. People throughout the country, especially in rural areas, feel neglected. They are hurting financially. The Democratic Party, by and large, has kind of ignored those people, turned its back on them.
Not always, though, right?
Not always. Oh, no.
Especially here. I mean, it was 80 years of Democrats before it flipped.
You got it. This is one of the strongest Democratic states in the country. Your strong union state, working class state. But I think what happened in West Virginia is a perfect example of the decline of the Democratic Party nationally.
To understand what happened to the Democratic Party in West Virginia, you need to understand the history of coal.
I'm a mine worker, generation mine worker. We built these towns. All of them.
There was a time when coal companies controlled almost everything, and speaking out against the boss could get you beaten, evicted, or worse. But in 1921, all of that boiled over at the Battle of Blair Mountain, the largest labor uprising in U.S. history.
Way back when, in the 1920s, it wasn't quite so civil.
Wow.
But we got to respect those people, our ancestors.
The mine wars, our own history here, is kept out of the textbooks, really.
Is that true?
It's not in the popular imagination. I mean, that's been scrubbed because I think it's dangerous. You know, it's a threat to power.
Yeah.
Those early fights
Ascendant.
built the United Mine Workers
Psychic
of
horror.
America
Frost.
and inspired a national labor movement that won the 8-hour day, paid vacations, and the weekend. And for decades,
scream.
it was the Democratic Party who defended the unions. So working class West Virginians kept that fire going at the ballot box. But coal burns fast, and eventually the flame died out. Within a few decades, we went from over 100,000 coal miners to around 10,000 today, and only a fraction of those still unionized. As the union shrank, so did the backbone of the Democratic Party. So the Democrats shifted their strategy. They left the coal towns and the haulers to chase corporate money and suburban votes someplace else.
For every blue-collar Democrat we will lose in Western PA, we will pick up 2-3 moderate Republicans in the suburbs of Philadelphia. And you can repeat that in Ohio and Illinois and Wisconsin.
The whole valley here was Democrat for years and years, and here the last
Sweeping strike,
5 or
late
6
storm.
years, it has evolved into a red.
Shock
West
wave.
Virginia's turn
Trinketed.
from deep
Intimidating
blue
shout.
to solid red happened fast,
Divine shield.
all while hospitals struggled to stay open,
Dragon roar.
classrooms emptied out, and opioids were pumped into these hills.
Demolish.
Then came Trump, who promised to turn back the clock.
Astral
Coal
shift.
is coming back. Clean coal is coming back. 100%.
Donald Trump says he's going to bring back jobs to Appalachia, to the coal mining areas.
Sweeping strikes.
They may do it.
You can see
Ascendant.
President Trump's bringing in all kind of industry.
Steering
There's going to
glare.
be jobs up the kazoo.
Look, why is Trump president? It's not complicated, in my view. The
Disarm.
Democratic
Freedom.
Party was about protecting the status quo and tinkering around the edges.
Capacity.
You know, we promise you we're not going to do anything bold. We're very bipartisan. We're going to work with the business community. We love billionaires. Blah, 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 blah. Okay? And Trump comes along and says the system is broken.
Dragon
Nobody knows the system better than me, which is why I alone can fix it.
And you know what? He's right. The
Hammer of
system
justice.
is broken.
Sacrifice. By the sword. Spell reflection.
Now, his solutions
storm.
only make it worse.
Trinket
Trump,
hammer.
for all his promises, has not brought the coal
Demolish.
industry back. But with the big beautiful bill, his signature
Spirit
piece of
Walker's
legislation, he made his mark on West Virginia. It's estimated that more than 50,000 West Virginians will be cut from Medicaid. At least 7 hospitals in the state are at risk of shutting down, and as many as 84,000 people will lose access to food assistance because of this bill.
So in this bill, Trump's big, beautiful bill, why do you think they cut Medicaid? To save government money so that, what?
They can give tax to their donors.
Exactly. It's not only a $1 trillion in tax breaks to the top 1%, it's a huge tax break to large corporations as well.
So why do they need to have a tax break?
All right.
I
Now
could use
you're
a tax
asking
break.
me-
I mean, I'm being real.
Disarm.
I know I pay like 26% taxes. Like, I could use that money.
Sweeping strikes.
These people on top
Trinketed. Super smash.
are not nice people.
Intimidating shout.
They
Blade
want
storm.
more and more.
Anti-magic shout.
They don't have $1
Ice
million.
spell
That's
reflection. Storm bones.
chump change.
Jangan avatar.
And we're talking about hundreds
Dragon
of billions
roar.
of dollars in some case.
When you live here, it feels like a poor country.
Yeah, well, that's a good point.
I mean, when you say we're the wealthiest, like you said that several times yesterday, and I was like, is it true though? Because like,
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
In aggregate, that's what, look, if we're
Ascendant.
sitting here and I'm worth $1 billion and all of you are broke, you add it all together, you divide it, we're very wealthy, right? We're all worth $100 million.
Anti-magic shout.
But I got $1 billion and you got nothing. That's America.
Blinding sleet.
And if I
Berserker.
say
Sweeping
that
strikes.
I think the United States should do what every other major country on earth does,
Storm bolt.
guarantee health care to all people as a
Spirit
human
Walker's
right.
grace.
Are you going to think I'm a communist and a terrible person?
Disarm.
I think if people listen, if you talk the way that you did,
Frost.
and you're so reasonable,
Strangulate.
like they've painted you in a bad light, and it actually makes me very
Shock
angry
wave.
because
Grounding.
you know you see things and you believe it. I'll just be honest, I haven't really
Anti-magic
seen
shell.
you talk before. I haven't really I don't follow politics that much.
Sweeping
And so
strikes.
the last couple days before this, I started watching some of your speeches and I started watching your interviews,
Ascendant.
and I was shocked. I was like, oh,
Demolish.
Not as bad as they had told you, huh?
this is not how he's portrayed in the media, right?
We're told that the
Astral
biggest
shift.
divide in America is between left and right. But Bernie came here to flip that story on its head.
I think that whether you're in rural West Virginia or in Burlington, Vermont, you got the same exact issues. And I think we don't let people divide us up. We got to come together to fight for all of us.
Over 100 years ago, they called us rednecks because striking workers from all different races wore red bandanas around their necks as they fought and died for respect and a living wage.
Anti-magic shell.
That history was mostly erased from our textbooks, but it never went away. It's still here, scattered all across the state, if you know where to look.
My grandfather fought at Blair Mountain.
Your grandfather fought at Blair Mountain?
Yes.
What do you think this country at this moment needs to learn from your grandfather who fought at Blair Mountain?
Well, you just can't stand and let them step on you. You got to get up and fight.
So that is what our struggle is about, is to take on the greed of these people and say, you know what? You cannot and will not have it all.
Bernie Sanders is 84 years old. He's not running for president. But maybe what he's after is way bigger than one election.
How do we get the corporate wing of the Democratic Party, who is just as guilty of taking money from billionaire causes, to embrace a progressive working class agenda, because it's about time?
What's your name?
Max.
You're going to lead it, Max. Look, this state was once one of the strongest Democratic states in the country. And I think people gave up on the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party gave up on them. So take it back. Don't ask, take it.
You have been to how many Bernie rallies now?
3.
And over what period of time did that take place?
2 days. The first night was just like real eye-opening for me. It was like a whole mind shift of my whole belief system of like how we could come together as a people.
Yeah.
We all want our kids to have a safe place to live. We all want our kids to have food. We all want our kids to have health care. Like there's no difference. We all need to fight together.
Yeah.
Because if we're fighting each other, we're not going to ever get anywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Did you expect to walk out of here with a shirt?
I did not expect to walk out of here with a shirt.
Sacrifice.
I mean, at the moment, it's a death by 1,000 cuts kind of situation. And you've got conference coming up, you've got the budget, and obviously you've got the elections next year. Now, a lot of things can change, but the problem is that it consistently seems to be that Keir Starmer either doesn't recognise the importance of politics, or he thinks it's beneath him, and he needs to get a grip.
And there's talk of Andy Burnham being parachuted in to replace him, Alison.
Well, I mean, I think Andy Burnham has stood up for Manchester towards the government, but he's not actually been in position to lead. I think that, you know, there's always these sort of chats around, but the one thing that Labour government was supposed to get us away from was all the kind of leadership wrangling that we had in the chaos under the Conservative years. The grown-ups were supposed to be back in charge. And at the moment, I kind of feel, what is the Labour narrative? What is it they're trying to do?
It seems incredible so soon after the election, but Keir